Hey y'all, and welcome back to FloTrack's Meetup. I'm your host, Demitra Carter. We are here every single Tuesday. If you're not subscribed to all things FloTrack, what are you doing? Today I'm joined with Johnny Pace. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling nice and sore. I did a nice track workout this morning, getting ready for this Media 800 in Tokyo. So
I love it.
the weeks are it's only a matter of weeks at this point till the big day. How is your prep going?
It's going good. I might pull out of the Media 800. I don't know, but we'll talk about that when we're in Tokyo. Nia, how are you doing today? Welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm ready to talk. You know, I'm always ready to yap. I can talk a lot, so I'm happy to be here with y'all.
I love it. I love it. The first thing we're going to dive into is some unfortunate news that we saw on Instagram. Grand Slam released a statement from Michael Johnson. The photo that we have here is the last of the three that were shown. And the most important top line is the 2026 season will not happen until those obligations are met, and that is my number one priority. And essentially, he just goes in to show that he's not able to pay the not pay the venue people, the athletes, all these things. And I do respect that he said that the 2026 season will not happen until like we pay X, Y, and Z. But what was y'all's thoughts when y'all first saw it? Because I was sad when I saw it.
You want to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's just too bad. I think we entered this year with so much optimism, and I think we wanted this thing to succeed so much. Unfortunately, that they're looking at probably north of $13 million that they're running short. And, you know, when somebody pulls out like that, it's you got to hope for the best. I don't think this case is closed. Somebody could come in, but really it's tough for the brand image when you really want to start things off on the right foot. I'm rooting for them, but it's kind of getting glummer by the week. But
yeah,
I think personally, you know, obviously disclaimer, their intent and their why is very important and very special to the sport. And I think if it went off without a hitch, it would have definitely transcended the sport in the right direction. Their why and their intent is amazing, but we got to talk intent versus impact. And, you know, all of that I just said is super secondary. At the first and foremost, like at the forefront, my heart breaks for the athletes. I really, truly do believe that every time you decide to race, you're putting your body on the line,
right,
whether that be for injury or whatever. They started their season extremely early for a season that ends extremely late because they believed in this mission, they believed in this vision. And the fact that they don't have their money, and honestly, we have to put that out there, might not get their money, is amazing. Not amazing. It's horrible. And I think what makes it suck the most is like you're thinking about all these storylines. They probably had plans for this money. They probably trained or changed up their regimen for this meet in particular. They probably, you know, were going to pay bills, pay for treatment. Forget about the unsigned athletes. I'm sure they had real plans with that money.
This was life-changing money.
It was life-changing money. So it's hard because we can't even compare it to other meets because this is supposed to be different from your orthodox track and field. This is supposed to be transcending the sport. This is supposed to be doing whatever. So my heart really does break for the athletes, and I do hope that they get their money because at the end of it all, I think it's them that hurt the most. They believed in this vision. They decided to invest in it, like emotionally, mentally, physically, and it seems as though the product, there's a possibility that this just may not be what they thought.
Yeah, I think what Grant Fisher said it, and I wasn't recording the interview, but I was in the room when he was speaking about it. But I think what makes me the most sad about it is that, like, as a track fan, for agents, coaches, athletes, like we bought into this idea, and I think it makes you distrust any new idea that comes about. We had athletes come into the scene, and of course that's for women and women only, and just track and field. But I think for the track world, that was targeted towards men and women, like it failed the first time. And not only did it fail, but they didn't follow through with the promise that we thought they would, which is paying people. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a sense of distrust that will probably come in the track community, especially if it doesn't happen. Because if the 2026 season doesn't happen, it's safe to assume that nobody got paid.
Yeah.
And that sucks, and that's scary, and all these different things. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Like I wanted it to, I know the field wasn't in it, but I wanted it to succeed because like it would have been good for the sport. And succeed doesn't mean it needs to be there for 10, 20 years, but succeed in a way that you follow through with your promises. And maybe if it doesn't work, then we won't see it. But I think for it to not end in this way, but for the 2026 season to not happen because of this, it wasn't like we just decided not to. It's a, sorry, y'all, we can't pay anybody.
Mm-hmm. It's extremely deflating, and it sometimes makes me wonder, at what point did you know that this was happening? Mm-hmm. And did you guys decide to say this when LA kind of crashed and burned? And I think that's what's kind of like I guess it makes me angry for them, because
Yeah.
at what point did you know that we were going in this direction?
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys were with me in Jamaica that first one.
Yeah.
I think I stepped into that stadium and it was empty, and I was like, oh, this is we don't love to see this on the first inaugural thing. And of course, things take momentum, but that was like kind of the first flag. I was like, is this gonna work? And who knows if that played into like, future commitments. But it really stinks just because I felt like this was gonna be the thing that could have shifted the paradigm, the whole paradigm of track and field. If they assembled a dream team of athletes and employees, and this sort of initiative doesn't come around every couple of years. Like, this was a very special thing, and so we're still hoping for its success. But I think the vibe has shifted no matter what. Like, even if they do come up with the money, they're gonna have an uphill battle, I think, for next year, just regaining that trust and that excitement that we had, going into this season.
Yeah, I mean, if it continues, they just have to play their cards right and just take it on the chin. Any criticism that they get coming their way, be like, we had it coming. I don't think it's over yet, for sure. I think like maybe logistically they probably will do stuff different moving forward, but I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, I want to go. We'll update y'all when we know some more updates, but we'll probably find out when y'all find out. But I want to go into something really cool that happened this past weekend. So we had Silesia, say it how you want. But the Diamond League in Poland happened this past weekend, and this is our recap of some top moments that we absolutely have to talk about. So this first one on the docket, we have the women's 3,000 meter, Faith Kipyegon, area record, Diamond League record, meet record, world lead. She won in an 8:07:04, less than a second off of the world record, which has stood for 32 years by a Chinese athlete. You want to do research on how that record was broken, I'll let you go do that on your own time. But she also has some amazing pace setters. She had Sage Hurter-Klecker. She had Jessica Hall. So Sage paced her for the 1,200 and then Jessica for the final 2,000 or the first 2,000. Yes. Yeah, it was an amazing race. It's faith. Like, if you don't have faith, you should. But it was so amazing to watch. And for her to be so close, like so close. Yeah, what was going through y'all's heads?
I mean, anytime she steps on this track, it's kind of like a mythical being has graced us with their presence. Like, every time she's out there, she's going to do something, just complete league of her own. Like, she had her pacers, but yeah, we're very lucky to get to see someone as great as Faith shake it up a little bit too, right? These are not like her medal distances. These are not the distances she holds titles in, but she's, as she said it herself, she's like challenging herself with kind of unique distances as she's done throughout the season with the 1,000, with the 3K. And so every time, breaking 4, of course, like she's fun to watch, and every time she's out there, like, we know she's going to inspire people because she's just so darn good. But it sounds like she's ready to lock in. She's got 2 medals to defend in Tokyo, and that's kind of, everything's been building towards that. And I think she's in a good position for that, I'd have to say.
Are we surprised? No. Honestly, Faith she's my GOAT for middle distance running. And I mean, let's not forget, she had the world record at one point in the 5,000. So this is something where we know her range, we know her speed, we know she's capable of, we know her strength. And to your point, Johnny, every time she stepped foot on the track this season, it was nothing short of special. It was either a world record of some sort or close to it. So, and I think something to also point out is her margin of victory. I believe second place came through like 8:34, and it was like to run. I know she had pacers, right, but obviously not for the entire race. To be able to do that at that pace and at that level, essentially by yourself, it's kind of unheard of and insane, and kind of shows that she is the class of the field. Because more often than not, when you're running certain times, usually you're running that with somebody, you're getting pushed the entire time. It comes to a final kick, but it was Faith versus Faith.
Yeah,
And
I would have
think that's what
loved to
makes it
see
different.
Beatrice.
Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing.
What?
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
That world record would have went down.
Absolutely. Man. Okay. And the next one I'm going to stay on the women's side of things. Women's 100.
Oh.
I don't think anybody ever counts Melissa Jefferson Wooden out. Okay.
Easy too.
Right. So, yeah. Where do I start? Yeah. She went 10.66 meet record. And what I love the most about this is that it was right after she went 10.65 at USA. So if you thought it was a fluke, it wasn't, because she just did it again. And then Tia Clayton.
You know I got to talk about
A
my
little
girl.
PB, 1082. Take me through it. What's going through your head?
I mean, there's so much. What a race.
Yeah.
Melissa being able to come back to back 10.6s overseas. It's legal, you know, and Tia Clayton coming back first race since pulling up in Jamaica Nationals in June with a personal best. So what can we expect? And that also moves her up in the Diamond League standings. If she chooses to go that route and potentially try, it's going to be hard. That 100 field is stacked.
Yeah.
If she chooses to go that route, it's very possible because right now where she's sitting, she is in position to go into the Diamond League final if she plays her cards right moving forward. And she could potentially maybe get that wild card. It would be nice to see her because I think it was devastating watching her go down at Nationals. But what a race, first race back. But honestly, the story is Melissa. And at this point, it's very hard to believe that that race is not hers to lose in Tokyo. It's especially all things considered. We know Juju wasn't there. There's like rumors flying around about an injury of some sort, but she did come out, I think, on the St. Lucia Times and to say, no, it wasn't that. She's just like recalibrating. But Melissa's been looking good and consistently good. It wasn't like one of those, oh my gosh, she ran a fast race and now she can't break 11. She just keeps on getting faster, keeps on getting better. And she even said herself, I didn't even know I was going that fast. So she's just vibing and running.
And having fun. It seems like she's having the most fun out there. I mean, you said it yourself on the broadcast. Like, she's had a big smile on her face. She's dancing around. I think that's important to enjoy the ride. And the other thing, though, is like, you know, Melissa's been, to our point earlier with Grand Slam, she's been racing so long, and it's really cool to see somebody just continue to week after week show up like she's doing. Yeah, I think you're right. It might be her title to lose. Have she and Julian gone head to head this season?
Yeah, at pre-classic.
Okay. Yeah.
And she edged her out.
She did.
Right.
But Julian looked a little tight.
That's right.
She wasn't happy about it. I mean, who would be happy about losing? But like, she looked a little tight. You could tell she wasn't pleased with her performance.
I think it's also
back to the drawing board.
It's also worth calling out. Like, Sha'Carri's had a busy month on and off the track, and you know, she was obviously in that race too. What do you guys think about, you know, what things are looking like for her in Tokyo?
I believe did she run a season's best? I think she ran a season's best.
Yeah, she ran a season's best.
So she's trending upwards, but I really do think that injury that she suffered that delayed her season is really what's like staggering her at this point, because she's trending upwards, but in the sense where she's a bit behind the curve. The way she's trending upwards, you'd like to see that in May or June or something like that. So
well, all the drama doesn't necessarily help when you have such a short window to, you know, make it happen. But
for sure, like
wishing her the best.
For sure, like definitely always rooting for Sha'Carri, and the off the track stuff is never fun to see and watch, especially for the reigning world champ. But she is a champion. She has the experience, and she has that pedigree and poise to show up in Tokyo.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's gonna be an interesting one to wait and see.
For sure.
I love it. And we can't mention all these people without third place, Miss Marie. Ooh, I always messes up. Talu Smith. I know how to say her last name, though, for sure, girl. But yeah, got third, season's best, 1087. That's one person you can never count out to. I feel like there's not a single person in this 100 field that I would be like, oh, count this person out. We've seen Sha'Carri win from the outside lane. We've seen Melissa trend upward and upward since Kingston Grand Slam. And she doesn't duck any races now. This is her first European race and came out with a time like that, another 10-6. We have the Clayton twins. Like, it's all of these people who line up time and time again. So let's not forget, we still got Shelly Ann who got to show up. Like, there's all these people in this race. So I mean, Melissa's trending in the right direction. I think we all know that. But I think a lot of these other 100 runners, I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest manner if they show up to this field, because every single person has been here before and they've proven that they belong here. So there's nothing to be proven by Sha'Carri, Melissa, Julian, because they all rightfully so have proven that they can do what they do. It's just a matter of who can do it on that day, and that's what makes world champs so scary, because you could be sick that day and it just might not be your day. And that's no excuse, because the next person's going to step up. So yeah. Speaking of 100, we're going to go to, no, not 100, women's 100 hurdles. Miss Masai Russell, she almost didn't run.
Really?
Yeah. So she got a meet record. She went 12-1 again after going 12-1-7 earlier this year, but she almost didn't run because she had flight troubles. Her flight turned around.
I did see that on her story.
Yes. And then somebody interviewed her, and basically she was saying that I almost pulled out. And I'm glad she did it, because she got her first Diamond League win.
She didn't have flight troubles. The plane was smoking out the engine.
No, it turned around, but you only need one engine to fly.
I say, I'm going home. I'm done with this.
Drop me off on the destination. I trust my pilots.
I don't know if I trust them that much. If I'm seeing smoke coming out of any vehicle that I'm in, put the plane down. Put it down now and get me out of here.
Hey, I drive a 2008. Carlita gets me where I need to go, okay?
Oh
I'm joking. She doesn't
Girl.
have smoke coming out. That'd be crazy.
I feel like there's been a couple stories that have athletes getting in the morning of That's the thing.
Got in the morning.
Yeah, and getting it done.
Maybe that's the key. The later you get there, the
pressure
better
makes
you perform.
diamonds.
Yeah, and get you a little diamond, not record, but a diamond trophy. I want to go into this race, though, because we had Masai, who went 12-1. We had Tonia Marshall, second, who went 12-2. And then we had Toby, the record holder, another 12-2. This race was fast. And I think the fact that Masai was able to come out here poised after having flight troubles, after being like, do I even need to go anymore, and coming with her first win, and then to see Tonia go with the 12-2. And we've seen her training group. Like, she's with Melissa Jefferson Wooden. It was really nice to see. And I know you were at their practice. Did you see this coming?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You should see the way, she would ask Coach Mitchell, can I go with them? Can I start with them? Because obviously hurdlers train a tad bit different than just flat sprinters. She would start with them and just go over her hurdles with them. And it's something nice to see, and it's nice to finally come into fruition. I know she didn't make the team, but again, this wild card shakes some stuff up. She's sitting nice in them standings if she decides to go that route. It was an extremely fast race because usually when someone runs 12-1, it's something where it's like they may be like super far from the rest of the field. And then the other part of it, when someone runs 12:24, it's not often that they lose. Same with Toby, who ran 12:25. And then, the entire race, there was 3 PBs in there. So it was Tania, Danielle Williams PB'd, and I believe Aaliyah Armstrong also PB'd. And yeah, like an extremely fast race. So we got some stuff coming.
I love it.
I just love Masai. Ever since we went over and saw her training this winter, I've been rooting for her, and it's really cool to see things shaping up for her in the right way.
I love it.
Also her race to lose in Tokyo, I will say.
Yeah.
Multiple 12-1s?
We world record watch, what? Like, that's the... Yeah. Like, Masai is on my world record watch for Tokyo, because to hit 12:17 at Grand Slam Miami, have an injury, and to be able to like pull her way back to another 12-1, like, and now her confidence back too, I would be worried.
Any race she's in has to be on world record watch.
Absolutely.
Any race that she's in.
Now I want to go to this men's 100. We checked the score, and the score is up still. So we had Kashain obviously come away with the win. This is the first time Kashain and Noah Lyles saw each other since Paris. Kashain won with the 987. Noah Lyles took second with 990, and then Kenny took third. Nia told us that there's space in the Kashain train for Tokyo. But then we saw some news, and me and English are like, did the Kashain train stop and are tickets refundable? You told us no. What's the update status on Kashain?
Well, I will say this. Think of the Kashain train like the Kashain plane. Me and you fly Delta. We love that. Yeah, Johnny's a United boy. But you know how, see, me personally, I'm like, Group A or Group 1 or whatever. I'm first class.
You got that status.
I got that status, but they want to be basic economy. English, I'm talking to you too, because you guys came late. You guys are boarding late. The doors close soon. I'm telling you, there's a deadline. There's still space, but there is a deadline, and it is approaching. And right now, you looking like real zone 7, zone 8-ish. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the plane. You're gonna
middle seat, probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are gonna come on the plane. I'm gonna be looking at you from first class, like
they're gonna check your carry-on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're just on it that late. So like, do as you please. But there's still space. He's gonna be fine. And then when he wins the world championship,
I'm still 50-50. So for context, he pulled out of, what meet did he pull out of?
Lausanne.
This upcoming
tomorrow.
meet, he pulled up.
Streaming live on FloTrack.
He pulled out this upcoming meet, and it was due to injuries, what the article said, right?
Yeah, shin discomfort.
Oh, shin discomfort. Okay, that's minor. I might still keep my ticket for the Kashain train.
I just want you to know it is non-refundable. And
I can exchange it.
No, you have basic economy.
The Noah Lyles plane, I got Comfort Plus. Like, I feel like that's not quite first class.
There's no refunds in basic economy.
I feel like this race was just like a couple days ago. So like he's got these last 4 meets are so rapid fire that like I could easily see this. He put some of the best sprinters. He came out on top. So like if he needs a couple days.
And the thing
go for it.
Yeah, I think the thing about Kashain though is he's always been good. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of will he perform in Tokyo. And I think he has it in him to do so. I think that's maybe why he pulled out for shin discomfort, because he has bigger things.
I was about to say, it's just not worth the risk.
Yeah.
It's not, because he's going to Tokyo. He's qualified comfortably. There's no reason to risk anything. I feel like even if you feel a bit of, and this goes for any athlete at this point in time, especially if you already have your ticket to Tokyo booked, if you feel any type of discomfort, if your fingernail hurting a little too much, pull out.
Well,
you know, I mean, but it's
I might want to make my 2K real quick.
I mean, yeah, but I do think it's one of those times where every little thing is precious, and you're gonna pay attention to any little nook, cranny thing that's off. Because I would say the same for Noah. If he like maybe trained a little hard and it's like, dang, my heel feels a little funny, don't run.
Yeah. Also, he's getting into form. I don't know if y'all watched that 100 race. He was coming. And obviously, he's phenomenal at the 200. But to see him, like, move, I don't know if Kashain was slowing down or Noah was speeding. I mean, nobody's ever, like, accelerating. It's just who slows down the slowest, who wins the race. But Noah was coming.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the finish line's the finish line. But it's going to be exciting to see how he, like, perfects his 100, because he's looking better and better and better.
His top-end speed was the elite of the group.
What?
Nobody had in that race had top end speed like him
at all, and that's scary.
I was a little nervous, but I think what kills me is his start. He had way too much work to do, and he ran out of real estate.
And Kashain, you seen his race.
Yeah.
Kashain had the lead arguably from 10 meters in the race.
Yeah, it was like, dang.
Yeah.
You got somewhere to be, huh?
Yeah, put a football in his hand. Now, next one I'll go to this men's 1500. The Goose got his win. I am so excited. He went 3:33.19. He finished 5th at USA's, and then now he's on his one-path road to getting his bye and wire card to Tokyo.
Let's go, y'all.
So he needs to win the Diamond League final to do so, and he needs to make the final, though, too. So winning this puts him in a pretty good position. He's sitting 4th right now overall. He has one more meet and then Zurich. But I'm confident he'll make it to Zurich. I think I want him to win. Like, we obviously want him to win, and that's where I'm like, I need to see how the field stacks up. But he's looking good.
He can do it, and I really think he will do it. He just, during USA, he picked a bad day to have a bad day.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where while anyone can win on any given day, anyone could also lose on any given day.
Yeah. It's
so hard in this sport of ours. It's a individual sport. So sometimes if you're not there, you don't have a teammate who can bring up the slack for you. And I guess it's, again, a bad day to have a bad day, but he can do it. He works extremely well under pressure.
If he gets that title, it would make the story all the more better and more intriguing if he clawed his way back to win a medal. I think he's definitely in the medal conversation without a doubt. So like, that's a pretty. He had to work for it. I think that's a cool story. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a reigning Olympic bronze medalist. He has to be at the World Championships, and that's why I think he has to do it. He will do it.
Yeah.
He also ran this one a bit differently, right? He's in USA's he front ran the thing, and he's known to front run these sorts of races, and he hung back a little bit this time. You guys talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, that was neat to see. I felt bad for Ollie. I felt like Ollie Hoare was out there like 10 meters ahead of everybody.
Yeah, let someone else do the work, man.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say I feel bad. I feel like I'm assuming, I can only assume, him and his coach had a strategy and it was to lead. But Ollie and Yard know each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I've always wondered too, because I'm a sprinter before I'm a distance runner. And sprinters, like, I didn't know what I had an idea of what my training partner was working on, but I didn't know her race plan. But there's no race plans in sprint. Baby, you run. So I'm always been curious. I'm like, I wonder if Ollie and Yara know each other's race strategies for the day. Like, I would say no, because that's not their job to know. But I wondered that because I'm like, Ollie was up there, to your point. And the reason I say I don't know if I would feel bad for somebody, I feel like he ran his race. And if that was his plan, like, you executed, you learned if it's going to work or not, and now you can move forward.
Yeah.
But Yara, on the other hand, it seemed like he wasn't running for a time. He was running to simply win. And I think when you run to win versus running to run a time, which you saw at USA's, you get those different strategies. Because 3:33 isn't like mind-blowing, but it's like, oh, you won. Like, you went out, you executed, and you competed, and you won.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. Got them 8 points, and now you're comfortably in 4th.
Absolutely. His next race is Brussels, so we'll see you in Brussels, the Goose. We're excited we're rooting for you. Next one, men's 400-meter hurdles. We have Carson Warholm shushing everybody up. His last race was in Stockholm mid-June. He went on a little hiatus, nursing some things, and he popped out with the third fastest time in history, 46:28. And in second place, we have Nathaniel Ezekiel, a fellow Baylor Bear, might I add, Nigerian record, 47:31, another little PB. I hate that the Bowerman happens so late because he's on the Bowerman list, but like none of this matters for it because it's only your collegiate season. But yeah, how are y'all feeling when Carson told y'all to not shut up, but silence everything?
Hey man, the Viking has spoken. That's how I felt. Like, I mean, we all know how Carson is when he runs, and that was just another dominant. He attacks each hurdle. I think some people really just, go over the barriers and glide over. He attacks each hurdle. And to your point about Nathaniel, it was actually really nice to see him not like 2 tiers above everybody else and see him running that race, which I think was definitely a big catalyst for that personal best. But yeah, I mean, I'd be scared of Carson if I was anybody else in the field moving forward and for world championships.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had the pleasure of watching him in China, which feels like ages ago, but he started the season ready. He's just getting better with time, and yeah, he's always in it. He's just an entertainer. He's a fun guy to watch race.
It scares me.
Was it the aggressive slapping and screaming?
I love it.
Yeah.
He's the perfect Red Bull athlete.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
He kind of personifies, like, if I think a person is an energy drink, Warholm. Easily.
But that's fair. I agree. He scares me though, and I don't drink Red Bull, so maybe that's.
You're not the target demographic.
Yeah, I'm not.
I am. I love a Red Bull. I love a Celsius. I love an energy drink, and that might be a problem, but I love them.
Also, this is more like a on the side thing. I remember from Mondo's interview, you guys were talking on the lounge, like, it's just, what's next after last year's showdown, Mondo versus Karsten, and it sounds like nothing's in place. It just occurred to me, I wish this was like an annual thing that these guys did.
We can make it annual. Last year was the annual, right?
This is the first time they did it.
It's not too late.
Well, maybe next year. There's no world championship.
Next year, no. I want the 100 this season.
Man,
I want them
Mondo
to line
v.
it up.
Karsten Classic.
I mean, yeah, no, I want that. And I'll be down for a different event, but 100 feels safe,
let's do it after Tokyo. He got a world championship to win.
I want it right now. I want the smoke. Yes.
Get a load of these
They both
guys.
got world championships to win. But last year, that was fun, though, to watch. Because the fact that they lined up in 100, it's hilarious.
No, I mean, it's definitely fun to watch.
Yeah. Who do y'all have if they lined up again?
Oof. I mean, Mondo's hasn't showed any signs of slowing down, but Karsten, I feel like this is the pure like rage of being beaten by a pole vaulter maybe has propelled him to new levels that we haven't seen yet. So I think it'd be a little tighter.
So who's your pick?
Oh shoot!
Pick a name.
I'm saying Mondo.
All right.
Mondo.
I think I got Mondo too.
I also have Mondo. That is so crazy. Carson, I hope
Now,
this put your chip on your shoulder.
Let's say if they extend the distance at all. Mondo said he'd go up to 200, so I think that definitely changes.
Oh,
that
Warholm
changed.
got it.
Okay,
Warholm got
yeah.
it.
Okay, so 100, we all agree Mondo. 200, Carson.
Yeah.
Got it.
Lock that.
Speaking of picks, we're now going to go into our way too early Tokyo predictions. Do not cook us because this is way too early. We're basing it off of what? Early August?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, where are we? Middle of August?
Mid-August.
Everything's going by
August clearly
so
got somewhere to be
Fun.
because yesterday was August 1st and it's about to end.
right. I'm like, we got Brussels, Lausanne, Zurich, back to back to back.
August got somewhere to be.
Don't blink. Don't blink.
That is hilarious. All right, way too early Tokyo predictions. The first one, we're going to do men's 400-meter hurdles. I don't need to know what order, but I want to know who's on your podium.
I'll give you an order.
Oh, go ahead, Nia.
Carson's winning. Rise coming second. DeSantis coming third.
That passes the sniff test. I think that feels right. I think Rye, never count him out, Olympic gold champion, a gold medalist. But yeah, let's say Rye for gold. I'm gonna say Rye for gold. Same three though.
Okay, my pick is same three, but my pick is Rye winning, Carson second, Allison third. But I don't want to count Allison out though. So I'm not going to pick an order. I have Rye, Carson, and Allison in my podium, and I have Nathaniel getting fourth.
Allison coming second is definitely like something possible.
I had him third though, but I could see him second. But I've watched Allison race time and time again, and he's a competitor.
Yes.
Well,
And I could see him low-key winning if he really wants to. But like seeing them three, I think the time will be fast regardless.
I don't think these are not groundbreaking picks. Like I think these three gentlemen are clearly like far and away the favorites to medal, but they said it themselves. It's like it's exactly who's showing up that day to win. It could be any three of them.
Oh no, it's gonna be Carson.
But because but they have the poise too. Carson's a dog, but I've seen Rye. I don't know. That's not the point. It's too early. There's no opinions about this. Next one, women's 400-meter hurdles.
Who want to go first?
I'll kick us off. I have Femke, Anna Cockrell, Dalilah Muhammad.
I have Femke, Dalilah. And I think I'm going to have Jasmine Jones.
That's a good one.
You know, we've been watching Dalilah all season. What a Cinderella story. It's just been so fun to see somebody in their last season do as well as she's done. I just, for the plot, I want her taking medal. Maybe Femke has an off day. And
Not you praying on Femke's downfall.
No, I'm not praying for it. I'm ready. Dalilah's rise. I just think it's been, and no matter what, she could not even play, medal, and I think it'd be an incredible final season. But she's just looked so good all season. I want to see her medal.
She will medal.
Medal. Who's your 3 podium though?
Dalilah. I'll just be contrary. I'm saying Dalilah for gold. Femke second on an off day, and Jasmine third. That sounds good to me.
I love it. All right. That is a wrap for our deep dive and our way too early Tokyo predictions. I'm excited to bring on a guest. I'm excited to start this new series called Under Armour's for Milers. This next guest just went 3:33.28, second fastest time in Canadian history, fastest ever on Canadian soil, and fresh off of a NatCAC win. Welcome to the meetup, Foster.
Yay! Hey, Foster.
Hello.
Thanks for having me. Hey.
How are you doing? Where are you at? Where are these signatures?
He looks like he's in
you?
our studio. That looks like the door
I'm
of
good.
our studio.
I'm in the Under Armour headquarters.
That's so funny.
So,
What's the story on the signatures on the wall?
I'm not sure, honestly, but
We got a door.
I think
that
it's a
looks
bunch
just
of Under
like
Armour
that.
athletes. I see Jordan Spieth and some others. So I think it's just a lot of Under Armour pros.
I need you to go sneak up there and add your signature to the wall.
Yeah, man. Under Armour greatness right there.
Maybe one day.
I love it. I want to dive into your win. You're fresh off of a NatCAC win. Congratulations. But how are you feeling after coming off of this win and then you're gearing up to go
Thank
to
you.
Tokyo?
Yeah, I feel great. I think it was a good meet to go, run one more 1500 for preparation and boost my confidence a little bit. I think, probably isn't the strongest field I've raced this year, but it's nice to just go out there and get, a win at an international meet and to build a little experience before Tokyo. So yeah, no, it was a great experience.
Can you talk a little bit more about what this meet was like going down? It had the trappings of a world championship, right? Because you're representing your country. You are fighting to win medals, but yet it also there's this beautiful. You're in this beautiful island down in the Bahamas. Like what? Just tell us about the experience of being down there.
Yeah, it was a fun trip. We were at this an all-inclusive resort. So they treated us very well. And then yeah, I think it was cool just getting the vibe of an international meet. Where you're just spending all your time with your Canadian teammates and you're really kind of locking in for the race and kind of just enjoying the experience. So yeah, I think it's obviously probably a shell of what Tokyo is going to be, but I think it was a good experience to have, and hopefully it'll prepare me a little better for the big international race in Tokyo.
Foster. Well, I mean, first of all, I think we're twinning. I think we have on the same shirt. But second of all, quick question. You crossed the line.
We are.
Yeah,
I did notice
okay,
that.
we lagged a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. But
yeah.
You crossed the line, second ever fastest Canadian ever. What does this say to you in terms of what you can do in Tokyo?
Yeah, I think that race, I knew I had it in me, but it was definitely nice to finally put it together. And I think it gives me a lot of confidence going into Tokyo, knowing that, a lot of these guys are going out running standard in these big European races, but, that I was able to do it at just a small meet in Canada. I think, I can go compete with all these guys on the big stage, especially confidence. And, for me, it was a huge PR as well. So, and honestly, I felt really good doing it. So I think, there's more in the tank if I need it, which I definitely will come Tokyo. So yeah, it was just a relief to get the standard out of the way and a big confidence booster for the rest of the season.
I have a fun one for you. Obviously, you're a miler 1500 guy, but I saw that your favorite emoji is the crying face. Why?
For me, I think it's so versatile. You can use it for things that are funny, but also when, things go wrong. So it's just the one that I find myself going to the most. So yeah, I think for me, it's just the one that I've used the most. And yeah, that's why I went with it.
Wait, so where did that come about where it was like we labeled this your favorite emoji? Like, how did that come about?
On Jan Figueroa, who's our media guy, was putting together a little, I guess, get to know our athletes. So one of the questions was favorite emoji. So
Hey,
that's for that.
I'm so glad you bring up Jan. Actually, that was going to be my next question. This is something he was our NatCat correspondent as well. He crushed it, took some amazing photos. I've really been following for the last few years this Jan effect, where athletes that Jan works with, is friends with, is perhaps roommates with, tend to perform incredibly well. Can you speak to the Jan effect at all, and if you think that's had any impact on your performance?
Yeah, definitely. I know he likes to claim that, whenever he gets to know someone, they have this they start popping off. So yeah, I think I got to give him a little credit. He's been my roommate for the last few months, so maybe that's not a coincidence that I've kind of taken a big step since then. So no, he keeps the mood really light, and we have a lot of fun. So I think it helps to de-stress after a hard workout, or when the running can get a little stressful. So it's a lot of fun to have around.
And have you been having fun with your new setup?
Yeah, it's been great. Under Armour's been amazing to me, and we have such a great Pierre and John. So I've just really enjoyed the team, and they push me a lot. So I think that's part of the reason that I've been able to improve a lot. So yeah, no, I mean, Under Armour has been amazing for me, and yeah, I'm just grateful to have their support.
We gotta go visit them in Baltimore. They have a beautiful HQ out there.
Ran on the track before. I haven't had the Jan effect yet, but maybe it's coming. I do want to ask, you're gearing up to go to Tokyo. Have you been to Japan before?
I haven't, no, and it's a place that I've always wanted to. It's one of my bucket list places that I've wanted to visit. So yeah, it should be a fun time, and I know it's gonna be a long trip. So hopefully I'll be able to do some exploring.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in Tokyo. We'll be rooting for you. Congratulations on all of your success. We basically just talked to the fastest Canadian ever. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and then good luck the rest of the season.
See you in Tokyo.
See you in Tokyo.
Thank you so much for having me.
Outfit again.
See you in Tokyo. All right, bye.
See ya.
I love it.
This was a fun episode, huh?
Not y'all were twinning.
I know.
We didn't get the memo.
No.
Sorry.
I mean, this is Under Armour, but
yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm joking.
He's a cool guy. I'm excited to see more of him.
Have you felt the Jan effect?
Of course, yeah. I mean,
okay.
And I'm just really hoping, being in his orbit, that this Media 800 is going to go well. But we are going head to head, so I don't know if it counteracts when Jan is in the race. I mean, we're gonna have to wait and study that.
Yeah, Julia from World Athletics commented under my post and said, "Is this a challenge?" Julia just went 2:08 in the 800, so I might have to. We'll see. I'll keep y'all updated.
We gotta lock in. We got 3 weeks.
Or I gotta unlock in.
Lock in or scratch.
Yes.
No in between.
No in between. All right, Nia, how are you feeling for this Media 800?
I'm so excited to cheer you guys on.
By the way, in Tokyo Worlds, there's a media race, and it's an 800 meter. It was a 400 meter. I'm your defending champion, obviously. But Tokyo's 800, so everybody has a chance to run on this track.
I'm so excited to be in the stands and cheer you guys on.
All right. Well, thank y'all for watching. That's a wrap for episode 23. We'll be here every single Tuesday. Remember, subscribe to All Things Flow. Comment below if there's some things you want us to talk about next week, the week after that, and we will see y'all next week. Thank y'all for watching.
See ya.